guys, welcome to day 2. Congratulations on being here. And yes, I mean that because most people watched yesterday and they will not return. So thank you for being on your way to 0.1% and being the person that actually freaking shows up for yourself. And I'm telling you, that is the biggest part that I've learned over the years. It's not, you don't have to be the most skilled. You don't have to be the most outgoing. I'm not. I know that on camera I'm not. You don't have to have the most wittiness. You don't have to be the most intelligent. You just got to show up. That's literally it. Over a long period of time. So if you can do this for 31 days, I am so freaking proud of you. So thank you for showing up today. Today might hit home a little bit and it might be a little bit more interactive, hence why we do this on the live premiere setting on here so that I can be with you. Andre can be on here with you. The Daily Grind team is on. So there is something that hit home so hard with me in watching my own life from an outsider point of view, watching so many moms and dads and just people that start work and then they just do it all over again every day. And I call this the endless loop. So basically, and I have my notes here, but I want to take you through this and raise your hand in the comments if you're like, yes. And you can add to this. You can be like, yes, and this, or no, not at all. I don't feel this, which if not, you're winning. But I was in this endless loop of I basically work and then I do my best to do all the things, including cook dinner, look somewhat presentable, make sure I'm showered, the house is clean, take care of the loved ones, making sure I call my mom, do all the things, try and be the perfect person. And you feel stressed and you feel guilty because it's never enough. And then you go to bed tired and then you do it all over again and you wake up the next morning and start all over. And it's literally just this endless loop of I don't feel satisfied, satiated, successful in my day because I can't tell you what I did. And I have so been there. I've talked about this before. That is why I created the Daily Grind, that you have your 3 needle movers. That's the concept of the Daily Grind, is you do those 3 things that matter to you. And at the end of the day, you can say, well, I did X, Y, and Z. So long story short, but whenever Andre and I first got married, we were in our first apartment and he would come home at 5 p.m. and every day it felt like at 5 p.m. he would say, how was your day? Totally kind comment, you would think. It would set me off into this unhappiness in myself because I couldn't tell him what I did. I felt like I was so busy, never caught up, and I had no idea what I did that day. And that was how this endless loop was stemmed. So if you feel this way, I think that the big secret to this is to set goals that freaking matter to you. So here's what I would love for you to do. Now, you don't need anything other than a blank piece of paper. So this is what I have for October. This is my glow up planner. And in here I have my lists and everything. So if you're following the glow up right now, amazing. This is something entirely different that might help you with your glow up. It might set off some ideas. It might make you want to do the glow up challenge, but this is its own entity. But I would suggest it on some lined pieces of paper with your glow up, just so that you have it in the same area. So here's what I would love for you to do. And I can give you some ideas and I can give you some examples, but basically what I would love is that we jump into what I call your lucky girl era now, that we change your life now, that we work on your confidence. And over the next 31 days, how cool would it be to just disappear from the world and come back on November 1st or whenever you're watching this in 31 days, a totally different person, transformed. That's my goal for you. But that starts with setting goals that matter to you, that you're not setting for somebody else. So today, what I wanted to do is talk about glow up goals. Glowing up, it doesn't just mean glowing skin and brighter, whiter teeth. That's great. But the glow in someone happens from that inner confidence of knowing that you're progressing. Progress equals happiness. You should write that down somewhere, because if you're feeling blue or down, any form of progress, any form of completion that makes you feel good, that's where that glow comes from. And that's what makes you want to keep being productive. By the way, little productivity hack for you. So if we can make a list of glow up ideas, but for every single glow up goal, there's an action associated to it. I'm going to give you an example. So let's say that your glow up goal, just one of your goals, would be maybe less screen time or protecting your peace, or maybe it is working on your skincare or just making time for you or reading a book, reading more, whatever that might be. But let's just call it, I want to protect my peace. And that's your glow up goal. That's not really actionable. We need an action idea next to it. So the action idea could be no work after 5 p.m. Close the laptop, no phone, no laptop. Closes any work from, let's say you don't have a side hustle and you want to build a side hustle and you feel like you're working your 9 to 5 all the time. That laptop should be closed at 5 then. Because I see far too many men and women that are drained because their boss just wants them to keep working. You got to do stuff for you. Now, if you're happy with it, that's a whole other conversation. But I think that if you're killing yourself trying to do this and your pay is not going up and your happiness meter is not going up, we got to talk about it. And you'll hear me say this a couple times, but if it does not raise your internal vibration of happiness or the number in your freaking bank account, you say no. I love you. You say no. That's all that it comes down to. So what are some goals that you can set, just glow up goals that you want to set for yourself that no one else told you to do, that you've been wanting to do? Maybe it's having creative time, but let's focus on that example, okay? So I need you to list just a ton of these ideas, these glow up goals, have an action idea for it, and then something that's measurable. So you basically have 3 steps to every glow up goal. So you have the glow up goal, you have the action idea of shutting down by 5 p.m., but then you got to make it measurable for the next 31 days. Measurable would basically be make sure that my laptop and my tech is turned off and no work after 5 p.m. every weekday this month. It can be every day this month if you want, but that's measurable. That way you can literally physically say, done, done, done. That's measurable. So does it make sense? Glow up goal, just the feels, and then action idea, and then make it measurable. So those would be the 3 columns. So drop your ideas in the comments. I want to help you guys make it measurable. And the goal would be that you could set as many of these as you want, but how cool would it be that your 10, so this is my September one, how cool would it be that your 10 goals for the month are your glow up goals, and you just focus on you this month. It doesn't always have to be a money-making thing or something that you do for everybody else. What if it's just something for you that helps you progress? So glow up goal, action idea, make it measurable. Now, what I want you to do for today, this is the 3rd thing. You'll notice every single day has 3 things. That's the daily grind, is 3 things. So our first thing was the endless loop. Are you in it? Yes or no? Probably. Number 2 is figuring out your list. So you got your glow up idea, you've got the action item, and you've got how you're going to make it measurable. Now, the 3rd thing is just give yourself time to think. Do this for as long as you want. What I would suggest is put on a really good playlist. You can use one of ours. So I made some really good playlists if you're in spooky season watching this in real time. If not, Greatest Showman would be my suggestion, which goes perfectly with our Moods collection, which I love so much. It was heavily inspired by that. And I love all the quotes and everything. But if you're in spooky season, we made 3 Spotify playlists. I kind of took it over because I took it really seriously. And the pumpkin spice one is really good for like chill autumn vibes. And then there's the Fright Night, which is like really hyped, spooky vibes. And then the Not So Scary is like family friendly and very Disney Halloween, and it's so good. So pick one and just listen to the playlist and write down your goals and take that time for yourself and write out things that you want to own, things that you want to feel, things that you want to do, and maybe do it in those 3 lists. But those are your glow up goals, and just make sure that there's an action idea and make it measurable. Cool? I hope you guys are excited. And I hope I'm blowing your mind right now. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm here for you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, dudes.